First of all, before we get into the video, if you haven't played the new Archon quest yet, here's a quick warning because we are going to talk about Capitano in the new Archon quest specifically. Anyway, now let's get straight to the point. As we all know, Capitano is now gone. Well, his body is still there, but his soul got transferred into the Night Kingdom, so technically he should be dead. But then what about the curse of immortality? It's very confusing, but this is exactly why I'm making this video. Because there are some very important details regarding Capitano, and what I'm about to tell you is very important. So grab some emergency food, sit back, and just listen to what I have to say. And believe it or not, I think he has to return in one way or another. I know this sounds ridiculous, but just let me explain, alright? I will explain why it's very likely that he will return and why there's still a pretty good chance that he will be playable. So without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Alright, so there are three massive reasons why he has to come back. The first one that I want to talk about, which should be kinda obvious, is the fact that we haven't had his boss fight yet. Every time there's a harbinger, we always fight against them, no matter if they're on our side or not. And according to the Fatui wheel, Capitano should be the next boss fight right after Columbina. But how are we supposed to fight against him if he's not even there anymore? Well, I do have a theory for that. Maybe we will get the Columbina boss fight in Not Cry, and right after that, we will get the Capitano boss fight somewhere in Snezhnaya. As I said, Capitano is not dead. His soul simply fused with the Lord of the Night and the Masters of the Leylines, so technically he could find a way to get back to his previous body, especially now since he can change the rules of the Leylines however he wants. What's also very interesting is that according to the Fatui NPCs from Mondstadt, Capitano must have had his reasons for what he did, so maybe Capitano just didn't tell us the whole truth, and maybe he has a secret plan or something like that. Because according to the Fatui NPCs from Mondstadt, the Tsaritsa has decided to keep his position as it is, which means that there's definitely something big going on behind the scenes that we simply don't know yet. Because if Capitano was actually gone, the Tsaritsa would have to find someone else to become the first of the Fatui Harbingers to carry on his mission instead. But since this is not the case, it probably means that Capitano's mission is still not over and he probably has some kind of plan that we just don't know about. Also take a look at this. This cutscene from the Archon quest looks exactly like his constellation from the Fatui wheel. Now moving on to the second reason why he should be playable, the in-game Capitano files that got leaked very recently. First, in these files, it basically says that Capitano has a skill which summons an object on the field. This is the one that came out like 2 days ago, together with the new leaks about Aoife. I'm not gonna lie though, I have no idea why this leak of Capitano even exists. It just came completely out of nowhere, but it is reliable and that's what matters. Now, the other Capitano file that's really important is this one. This is a specific type of an in-game file that only playable characters receive. The only problem with this file is that his element is not there. I don't know why, but other than that, everything else is correct. And now, for the third and final reason why Capitano should be playable, his in-game sticker. I know, I already talked about that like 5 billion times, but I feel like some of you really underestimate how significant this actually is. Again, this is not the same as having a sticker of enemies or mobs. The Capitano sticker is a sticker of a character, and so far, every time someone gets a sticker like that, they always end up being playable. This is why we don't have stickers of NPCs or dead characters, cause anytime we do get a sticker of a character, that character always ends up being playable. Alright, now if they're gonna bring him back and he will be playable, how exactly are they going to do it? Will he go back to his body that he had before, or will he get a completely new model? Well, it's kinda hard to tell, cause the problem we have with his current model is that it's just way too big. I don't think they would actually give him a whole new body type and that he would get a specific model just for him. I think Hoyoverse is too lazy for that, so it's kinda hard for me to believe that they would actually release Capitano in his previous body. I think, realistically, they would probably just decide to release him in this design, especially since he's not wearing a mask there. But I don't know, maybe they're gonna do something similar like they did with Scaramouche, and maybe they will release a new version of Capitano that has a completely new personality and a completely new body. I hope this doesn't happen, but we all know how Hoyoverse can be sometimes. Anyway, let me know in the comments if I forgot anything, let me know what you think about Capitano and if he's going to come back or not, and with that being said, I wish you all a nice and wonderful day.